New at 11, fights and violence in local schools. IT
investigator Kylie McGivern uncovered it's a major problem and exclusively spoke with a former school employee calling for action.
This recently retired school staffer is sitting down with the I-team after she was battered in a local school. She's speaking out, saying the district isn't doing enough to protect teachers and students.
Mommy, scratch your belly.
Michelle DiPietro, better known as Miss D, worked in Hillsborough County schools for 41 years before retiring this month.
Get Ryan.
Going from Miss D to Noe.
Tell me if it's okay.
What her granddaughter calls her.
You're so good at math. I love that.
But this is not how she planned to retire. Out on leave since the end of November. Earlier that month, DiPietro was working as a secretary in the Student Affairs office when a 13-year-old student came to the door.
He was beating. There's glass, and then there's a metal door, and he just kept beating on the door.
The door was locked, but DiPietro later opened it to collect an attendance slip.
This student came from behind a wall. He was waiting, jerked me through a metal door. I mean, I was just ping-ponging off of the metal frame, grabbed me by my shoulders, like twisted me around, then grabbed me by my forearms, screaming the whole time.
That student was arrested and charged with battery, but the I-team found it wasn't the only report of violence that day. A large fight broke out at Burnett Middle School. That's why DiPietro locked the door.
A deputy ran to my door with about 20 students behind her, trying to get in, screaming to me, "Lock your door, lock your door, lock your door."
And it's not the only incident the I-team found. Reports of violence caught on video at Burnett Middle, Brandon High School, Armwood High School.
It is heartbreaking to see children fighting each other.
Kim Moore, a former principal who now oversees discipline for the school district, says the arguments that fuel fights often start off campus.
Kids bring their challenges to school with them. In fact, when they come, they're looking for us to help them.
The I-team uncovered Hillsborough County Public Schools reported the third highest number of fights in the state. What would you want to say to the superintendent if he were sitting here right now?
If his teachers are getting beat up in the classroom, both verbally and physically, that needs to be a priority.
Hillsborough Superintendent Jeff Aiken says his district is bigger than most, the third largest in the state.
But that being said, what I know is when an incident does occur is we act. I mean, we're vigilant about it.
Aiken says his staff is working to build trust with students to prevent violence in schools.
We believe that there will be fewer of these incidents occurring as we move forward.
DiPietro says the school district needs to do more to make schools safe.
I fear for my peers and coworkers. I want teachers, I want students, I want any staff in a school to feel safe going to the workplace, and I want to put it out there that they're not.
I'm I-team investigator Kylie McGivern, taking action for you.
This story came from a tip. If you have something you would like the I-team to investigate, you can email iteam@abcactionnews.com or call 1-866-428-NEWS.